I wanted to go ahead and compare the GYDEK with the GVACP or something like that shapewear panties. My first impression was that these might ride a little higher. I love that it has the sheer back on the panty. I feel like that's going to help with panty lines and make them a little cooler and more breathable. These have ribbing on the back to help give you, and on the front, to help give you a little more structure and to suck you in a little more. They're like a silky material and they're relatively lightweight. There is no rubber around the top of the seam, but it is thicker and it looks like it is anti-slip. I have worn these before and I like them. My only complaint would be if I'm going to be wearing them for long periods of time and I'm sitting down, the membranes here tend to dig into my sides, but they work very, very well. These are a very nice material. They are completely mesh and breathable in the back, which is nice if you wear a lot of shapewear and you know how hot you get. It does look like it rides a little lower. I prefer a full coverage like this. And this one might go a little lower. It also might look like it definitely is for some booty shaping action. Looks like they're going to give you a little more coverage on the booty and be a little more shapely there. This also does not have rubber across the top, but it does have a nice thick band. I think they're going to ride a little bit lower, but they do have that nice cross trek pattern to kind of suck you in and pull you in, and it does have the 4 membranes. And I feel like with the stitching and the style across the back, it really is going to firm up the backside and make it rounder. The only thing I'm concerned about is that with the shape of the panty, it might make like here stick out a little bit, but let's try them on and compare. I wanted to go ahead and show you the before. Now, obviously these are a little, I mean, this is tight, it's shapewear, so it is cutting into me, but I always have this little mommy pooch right here from after having my 2 kids. So let's pull it up and see what we think. So I'm gonna pull it up a little more. This, I have thicker thighs, so I don't love the way that it's digging into my thighs right here. If I were to wear this under a dress or a skirt or anything like that, I would definitely be able to see this and I wouldn't like it. They also don't ride as high as I would prefer them to ride. I usually like it when they meet the bottom of my bra strap. They are lightweight and they're very breathable. I actually feel like it flattens my booty a little bit, but it probably does make it a little rounder. But definitely does give you some tummy control action. I feel tight, I feel secure, I feel sucked in. The biggest problem I have with these is right here, is the thigh action. Now, if you don't have large thighs, these would probably work just fine for you. Or if you're only looking to control like a lower portion of a pooch or something like that. But I can already tell, like when I sit down, it's going to give me a little bit of a belly roll right there, and kind of all around. So I don't love that, but I'll give you a 360 view. First thing I love and notice about these is how well they are going to work for thick-thighed girls. You can tell like it's just kind of night and day difference in between those other ones with how it's doing in the side pooch. Like it's slim, it's slender. I don't feel like I'm protruding anywhere. They go up higher, which I really like. I feel like I'm totally sucked in all the way around. When I sit down, it's not going to give me like that pooch right here or anything like that. They're light, they're breathable. I feel it's not a ton of suction or shaping or anything like that around the booty, but what it does do is it does a really nice job taming this midsection, and I love how loose it is around the thighs. That is the biggest thing for me. I will not wear shapewear if it makes me feel like I'm protruding in my thighs or anywhere like that. So this would definitely be the win for somebody like me who is looking to control like their midsection. maybe all the way up to underneath their bra because it is a higher fit. So if you don't love a higher fit, this was not going to be for you. But I love a higher fit. I want it to control my whole tummy so that I can make like one roll when I sit down instead of like 18. And it does really good on the thigh action. I also want to note that I am wearing both of these, the GYDEK and the JK Elemental P, in a size large. I'm typically a size large. I'm like 185 pounds, 5'4". So they run true to size. I would say if you're a large, get a large. If you're medium, get a medium, and so on.